in this dispensational view, there's supposed to be a third temple. Here's why this makes no sense. For one, there's no prophecies about a third temple. There's none. There's no scriptures about a pause in the 70 weeks. There is obviously a continual 70 weeks, and then all these things being fulfilled at this point. Let's just say, okay, so I was, before I started to move over to this view, I believed in all the third temple stuff. I believed in the red heifers and all that stuff. Okay, I'm not saying they're not going to build a third temple. What I'm saying is it probably doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, because guess why? Because any man could build a temple and it will not be for God. This will not be God's temple. Like, we know this because it would be an abomination to our God to start sacrificing again, not to stop, because God sent his son. He doesn't need your burnt offerings. He doesn't need animal sacrifice anymore. He doesn't want them. There is no prophecy about a third temple in the Bible, because again, the Daniel prophecy is clearly about the second temple. That's literally what kicks off the 70 weeks. Undeniable. That is undeniable. The temple that Jesus was talking about being destroyed was the one he was physically looking at. The one he was prophesying about, was the one he was telling his apostles about. The apostles say, look how nice this temple is, Jesus, and he tells you it's going to be destroyed. They immediately know he's talking about the sign of his coming, the end of an age. When will all these things be? And then he tells them, they're all going to happen in this generation. So think about it. Like, part of the reason why sacrificing a pig in the Holy of Holies is such an abomination is because there was a time where that actually had the presence of God in it, right? So you doing something, sacrificing a pig in the holiest of holies, is an abomination because it had God's presence in it at one point, correct? So if you built a house today and you said it was God's temple and you sacrificing a pig in it, does it have the same impact? Absolutely not, because that place never had God's presence in it. There was a time when God was actually resided in that temple. But again, if they built a third temple now, it would have no connection with the God of the Bible, our God, the creator God. It's not for him. So in this view, we would have to, like I said, again, they would have to make a temple, and then they would have to start sacrificing, and then they would have to stop sacrificing. It makes no sense. Again, that makes no sense in that view, because there is no temple. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like that part of the abomination why it's so bad is because literally God prophesied this temple. Again, there's no third temple prophecy. God doesn't want their temple. He doesn't, like I said, that temple was made desolate. And again, so in Matthew 23, Jesus tells the prophecies, see that your house has made you desolate. Do you think that he used those words without knowing the connection with Daniel? Absolutely crazy. Like I said, to me, it's like, it's so plain as day what he's saying. Now I will allow somebody to try to quote the scripture that says there's a third temple. I will allow that time now, because I think, to me, it's like, it's crystal clear. So again, as I started the show off, I said, when you read what it says, when you just read what it says, and you know a little bit of your history, you will know that those prophecies have been fulfilled.